Okay, this tutorial should show you how to work with this digital portfolio update template in a way that allows you to quickly and easily get working on your digital portfolio update, because you have to do these each week. This should facilitate that a little bit. Okay, so first of all, open up this digital portfolio update template. There's a link to it in this tutorial over to the left, I believe. But this is the one that I created. This is the one that you worked from initially when you did your very first example one, where remember we replaced all this stuff with nothing to report, but you also put in the URL of your profile pic in your bio. If each week you come back to this digital portfolio template and copy and paste this stuff in, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have to go back and find your profile picture URL and your bio, and you don't want to have to redo that each time. So I want to show you how to fix this so that you have a good working template that allows you to get started quickly and not have to redo your work. Okay, so first things first, you need to make yourself a copy of this. So go ahead and do that. Make a copy and just put my DPU template. Call it whatever you want, I don't really care, but something you'll remember so that you can get to it easily. The folder that it probably defaults to is just my drive for you. Put it wherever you want. Again, that's up to you, but it should be somewhere that you can find it quickly and easily, or use a title that you can search and find it quickly and easily. Regardless, make yourself a copy, call it what you want to call it, put it where you want to put it. You now have an exact copy of this, okay? This document is now the same thing, but it's yours, okay? Which means you can make adjustments to it. You no longer need this, so you can go ahead and close the one that I created. Okay, I would recommend keeping all the instructions here, okay? All of that is useful to you in case you forget exactly what is to be done or included in these. But what you absolutely want to replace is this section down here, the about the author, starting with that first H3 tag and ending with this /author bracketed text. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, what you will remember, and I'm going to actually jump out here. Basically, what you're going to have to do is go to the Vista PL Academy site. Remember, the Vista PLA site is where we post our digital portfolio updates. And what you want to do is find the one that I thought I had mine, sorry. Let me just click on mine. Find the one that you created that first week, and yours should be the week of 1/2, I believe. I have one that's slightly later than that, but no worries, because the information should be the same. But go back to that very first one that you have. It may default to the visual tab where you have all these pretty icons. But no matter what, you want to jump over to the text tab. Scroll all the way down, and what you're looking for is that same H3 tag about the author all the way down to the /author bracketed text. Copy that. Again, has to be copied from the text tab. Come back to your template and just replace that section. Delete what was there and paste that new information. What that does is now you have a template that includes your profile picture URL and your bio, so you don't have to redo that each week. Okay, so this is now part of your template and will be pasted in each week, and everything will look as it should. Okay, so now how do we use that? Same thing. You would copy just the black text, starting with the update, because that's the very first section that needs to be included, all the way down to the bottom of the text, that author box. Go ahead and copy that whole section, okay? And then come over to the Vista PL Academy site, and you'll be working from that week of 1/2/1. You're just gonna click Add New, or you can also click it over here, either way. I've already done that. And here's what you end up with, a new post. Again, it may default to visual, it may default to text, but you absolutely want to be in the text tab again to paste information in. So start though, always start with your title, okay? Put that in before you paste anything because it creates a permalink for it based on that. And if you leave that blank and then start typing in here, the permalink ends up being some weird number and you don't want that. So anyway, this is the format. First name, last initial, -DPU, -week of, and this week happens to be the week of 116. It's always the date you put there is always the Monday of the week you're in, okay? Even though we weren't in school. Okay, so now you've got that. Come into the edit field and just paste what you did. Again, you must paste in the text field. If you don't, I'm going to undo that real quick. If you paste into the visual field, it's going to look all wonky, okay? Because what you've done is you've pasted text that includes code into the visual field, which is not what it wants, okay? So when we go back over to the text field, now we've got all kinds of strange looking things and we don't want that. So if that ever happens to you, just go to the text field, start at the very top and highlight everything and delete it, okay? When you go back to the visual tab, it's all gone. Jump into the text tab, paste it there. Now, when you go back to the visual tab, it's going to look like it should. One quick thing. Sometimes when you guys paste and you end up like, okay, I'm going to delete this now that I know what I'm supposed to put there, and you hit backspace and then you accidentally do that and you go, oh, whoops, and you start typing, you can see that that does not look like that. In fact, that looks like that. What's happened is you have taken that H3 tag and you got behind it. Essentially, you got right here accidentally and you hit enter, even though you did it on the visual tab so you didn't see this, and you started typing. So what it's doing is it applied that H3 tag to everything you wanted to type. We don't want that, okay? And here's a good example. Sorry, Marquis, not trying to diss you, sir. Marquis did that here. Update, and then you see all this text is in that same or something very similar. I don't want that. That's not what we're looking for. We want this consistent approach where, Armando, nice job. Update is in H3, and then this is all in the paragraph text as it should be, okay? That's what we're looking for. So if that ever happens to you, and it's clear that as you're typing, you've got something wrong, you can click over to the text tab, and you can just delete H3 tags. That's one way you can do it. And then if we go back over here, we'll see, okay, that's correct. Or you can just, I'm gonna undo that real quick. Let's say that you don't want to mess with the text tab. After you've pasted everything, you just want to work from the visual tab. That's okay too. Just highlight the whole section you want. And again, sorry, I forgot the colon there. Highlight that and go up here and change it back to paragraph. You'll see what that did. Visually, it now looks like this, but from the back end, those H3 tags are now gone. So either way, does the same thing, but that's important. The formatting of what we are doing here is critical, and I do want it to be consistent. So that's all I wanted to say. Please make sure, as always, you click on Digital Portfolio Update and your period. Okay, those are the categories that must be included every time on these digital portfolio updates. That's all I've got. Have a great day.